Hi, I'm Jacob Gallucci, and today I'd like to talk about the Baseball Hall of Fame. As you know, I'm a big baseball fan, and yesterday the results came in, and for only the eighth time in history, nobody got in, and it was the first time that had happened since 1996, so 17 years. And the highest vote getter was Craig Biggio, the longtime Houston Astros star. He had 68.2%, and you need 75% to get in, and the top five were Biggio, Jack Morris, Jeff Bagwell, Mike Piazza, and Tim Raines. I'm reading this off of an article I printed off the internet, but these are all good players. I think they'll all get in eventually, and if I had a chance to vote, I would. And you know how like each year they give the writers a chance to pick 10 players. Well, that's the most they can take. The most they can take is 10. But if I had a vote, the 10 I would take would be Craig Biggio, Jack Morris, Jeff Bagwell, Mike Piazza, Tim Raines, Lee Smith, Curt Schilling, Edgar Martinez, Larry Walker, and Fred McGriff. And if you noticed, none of the players I mentioned are steroid users. Guys like Clemens, Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, and Palmeiro, I will never vote for. I would never vote for them because they cheated. They all cheated. I mean they screwed the fans and they screwed up their careers. I mean it's a shame. It really is. Alan Trammell's another guy I would vote for, but the thing is, he's not going to get in. This is the 12th year that he's on the ballot, and he only had 33.6%, and you need 75, so he's not getting in. And Mattingly I like too, but he only had 13.2%, and he's never going to make it. And this was Dale Murphy's 15th and final year on the ballot, and he only had 18.6%. So he was a good player. He was phenomenal, but not quite a Hall of Famer. I think he'll get in maybe on the veterans ballot, years from now, but who knows? Whatever. And several newcomers to the ballot didn't get 5%. Some good players are in this list. This includes Kenny Lofton, Sandy Alomar Jr., Julio Franco, David Wells, and Steve Finley. And Bernie Williams, this was his second year on the ballot, but he only got 3.3%, so he's not going to be on the ballot anymore. And I just, it's just weird nobody got in. I really thought Biggio and Bagwell would get in. It would have been cool if they got in together. They played together all those years in Houston, but oh well. They'll get in eventually. Next year's newcomers, there's a lot of big names here. I mean, Greg Maddux is a shoo-in. He'll definitely get well over 75% in his first opportunity. Tom Glavine, I think, will get in his first opportunity. Luis Gonzalez is a steroid user, too, so I would never vote for him, and I hope he doesn't get in. Jeff Kent will get in eventually. He was a very good player. Mike Mussina should get in soon. Kenny Rogers was good, but not. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. He's sort of in the same category as David Wells. Even though both pitchers won over 200 games, their careers as a whole weren't that great. Their ERAs are too high, and their overall stats aren't that good, really. Frank Thomas should get in. I mean, growing up, he was my favorite player. Being a White Sox fan, I love Frank Thomas. He's the best player the White Sox have ever had, I would say. And Konerko would probably be a close second, but Thomas will get in soon. But I think next year, for sure, I think it's going to be Maddux, Biggio, and maybe Jack Morris. Glavine has a chance, too. I hope Morris gets in. He had 67.7%, and next year will be the 15th and final time he'll be on the ballot. So either he'll just miss getting in or he'll just make it. I hope he makes it. He was a very good pitcher. He was the winningest pitcher in the 1980s. I mean, he was a solid pitcher for the Detroit Tigers and later on the Minnesota Twins and the Toronto Blue Jays. So, yeah, I mean, I like baseball, but it's a shame no one got in this year. But with all the steroid users on the ballot, it just really tainted things, and I hope things will be better next year. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow with 2 new videos, and until then, take care.